Alright, welcome back to the fifth video in our series covering the Media Ninja Designer software. Now, in the last video, we added images, text, and rich text objects to our menu, and in this video we're going to work more with our media elements, which is our video, image rotator, and text marquee. The one thing I want to mention before we get started is as you add objects in the Object Explorer, this is almost like another universal property, but if you double click the item, we're able to rename it from here. And this is something that's important to do before your menu gets too in-depth where there's too many objects. This makes it easy to select the object that you really want to be working on, and you're able to select it visually, so you don't have to go searching around. So in this, I'm just going to rename this to Sandwich. And you hit OK, and now you see that that picture object is named Sandwich. It's also important to notice that all of our image objects in the Object Explorer are blue, just like all of our text objects are red. As we insert a video, you're going to see that the video object is purple. These help you kind of quickly identify the object when you're trying to find them in the Object Explorer. The first thing I want to say about the video is this is really intended for short duration looping video clips or short duration kind of commercials or advertisements. This really isn't meant for full motion video, and the stress that the amount of video that you put onto your menu should be noticed. If you fill this thing up with videos, it could cause performance issues, so it's just something that you have to pay attention to. Now, the video object, it works very similar to a picture object, except for it only has one property, just video. So if I insert this video, I'm going to put it in the background so everything's kind of in front of it. And as you can see, it's taking up the entire screen. This is just a simple demo video that we got that just literally says the word video. We can click change video, and of course I only have the sample video on this system, but we can enter a sample video of the Windows wildlife sample. And as you can see, it behaves just like every other object. We're able to move, size, put things over top. I mean, we could have this as the background of our entire menu if we wish. Now, as far as the videos that you put in here, again, we typically, something small and kind of a looping video, rotating food objects that have a seamless loop, or if you have brands that you're working with or companies that you're able to get resources from. Of course, you have to have permissions on your system to play, some of their media. But as long as you do, you can put advertisements in the corner, that kind of thing, or make your own. So that's pretty much it with video. It's a pretty simple process with the video. There's not a lot of complicated features with it. It will simply loop the video that you select on there. If we insert a text marquee, this is a little bit different. Now, this is just a scrolling text bar, but it's only one object for the entire menu system. Now, we do this so that the text marquee can span across all of your screens and not miss a beat. So if I was to select screen 2 and insert a text marquee, this would automatically link to the text marquee on screen 1. As you can see, the text now scrolls across both screens. And this will be a seamless transition from, 1, 2, or 3 screens. Now, the text marquee, you're able to change the background properties, the text properties, and then, of course, the text. So, if I want to change the background, I'm able to select or create a gradient, an image, or have a solid color. So if I wanted an image, I would probably use something, I'll set that to stretch, that has a textured background. You really could select just a regular image if you wish, and it would look something like that. Or we can create our own gradient. So this is mainly for information, promos, any kind of specials that's coming up. This is just something that, another moving element that catches the customer's attention, which is the same thing for our image rotator. Now, the image rotator you have a select list of images, and you're able to rotate through those images in order. Now, when you create the object, it inserts 2 blank image icons. As we add images, I'm going to go ahead and select, just click on Add Image and then select a few different images here. You could use these for advertisements, rotating food images, whatever you wish. But as you add those in there, I'm going to remove the blank images. Now, every image rotator has to have a minimum of 2 objects in it at a time. It can never have any less than 2. And we can also select the interval here of how often it transitions. Right now I have it set to 10 seconds, but you can set it anywhere from 3 seconds to 10 minutes if you wish. We also have a transition slide in, so we can slide this in from the top, bottom, left, or right. Depending on where it's at in the menu, you may want to change the position of this. It's also important to notice that as you resize the object, it will resize the picture. So now we have a huge image there. So whatever size you have selected for the image rotator itself will determine how big the pictures are that are inside of it. Now, this is important because if you have very small resolution pictures and very large resolution pictures, you wouldn't want to mix those two together, because you would have, if you wanted to have a large image box, because it will expand those low resolution images. So you want to have something that's going to look good at every resolution. And just to kind of show you, I would zoom in to just one screen and make sure that everything looks good. And it's going to be dependent on the resolution of the image itself. And of course, you can always use all of our universal object properties like rotate and position and depth, and you're able to stack these things any way you wish. Don't know that you'd want to stack a muffin on top of a koala, but you get the general idea. Now, the only thing we haven't covered yet is our container object. And that's because it's a unique object that doesn't really fit into any of the other categories. And I want to spend a good amount of time talking about that, because that's one of the more useful objects when you're creating complicated menus or in-depth menus. We're going to cover that one next, and I thank you for watching.